Hey friends, Shay here. So today I am here to film a different kind of video for you. I've not done a video like this. I hope y'all are excited and are going to enjoy it. So my girl Izzy over at Happy For Now recently posted a video about her breaking case of emergency books. These are the books that, like, on bad mental health days, you'll pick one of those up to help with your self-care. Or like if you were stranded on a desert island, these are your unread books on your TBR that you would take with you. So that's what this video is going to be. I do have some of these for manga. So if you'd like to see a manga version of this video, let me know in the comments down below. But today we are only going to talk about books. So let's go ahead and dive in. So I do have a couple where it's just like an author that I always make sure I have some on my TBR left to like go to. And then some, let's see. Two of these, no, just one, is like a series that I go to. That's just like comfort reads. So with that caveat out of the way, let's dive in. So first up, Christine Feehan books. Christine Feehan is very much a comfort author for me. Again, she writes alphas. If you don't like alpha, you're not going to like her stuff. So I'm never going to tell you you have to read her. I feel like her more recent heroes, they're very alpha, yes, but they are so gone for their women. It's on that line of more like morality chain where they would burn the world and burn everything for them. So if you like a morality chain kind of hero, I can give you different entry points for the Carpathian series. The Leopard series is harder to enter, I think. I've done this weird thing where I've kind of read it in reverse, and that's worked for me as well. But again, I do like the more recent books in that series just because the other ones have some very dated and unsensitive kinds of things to them. So Christine Feehan has continued to learn as she's written, and it's very well done, and I really enjoy it. Next up will probably surprise a lot of people, and that's When Gracie Meets the Grump by Mariana Zapata. Mariana Zapata is one of my favorite authors of all time. Yes, I have not met When Gracie Meets the Grump, and that is because I'm headed into my season where I need these kinds of books more. So I've been holding off, saving it for a, okay, I can't deal, I need this book kind of situation. I do have it checked out from Kindle Unlimited right now, but just so you know, that's why this one hasn't been read yet. This is the first time she's delved into like a superhero kind of trope. And so I'm very excited. I know some people haven't loved it as much as some of her others, but I have only one book that I haven't given 5 stars to by Mariana Zapata. So I'll probably still really enjoy it anyway. So next up, that's the Planet Barbarians series and what will go into the Ice Home series. I love this Nothoth planet with the giant blue aliens, with the peens, with the barbs, and all those, or spurs. They're spurs, not barbs. And I love how they think the world of their women, and it's a fated mates kind of trope, which is a trope I like anyway. Yes, these are bonkers and bananas, and they are giant blue aliens with horns. And I don't care. I still love it. I'm still very, very excited. And yes, so there's that. All right. I do have a few historical romances that are on this list, so I'm going to go ahead and go into those. First up, we have Indigo by the Queen, Beverly Jenkins. Y'all know I'm really a fan of Beverly Jenkins. I've really enjoyed her work. I've purposely been saving Indigo. Indigo's her debut. Izzy's been saving it at the same time. So if we're both having a bad week, we'll probably just knock it out together. But this is one that I think is just like special of hers, and everyone I know who's read it has loved it. So again, this is a breaking case of emergency because I do think I'm really going to enjoy it. Big sweeping romances. That's what Queen Bev does. And yes, so really enjoying that. Next up, we have Dreaming by Jill Barnett. So I read Bewitching by Jill Barnett a couple years back, and I've had Dreaming ever since. But it's one of those where this is a historical romance that is going to be fun and quirky, but also have some really heartfelt things going on within it. At least that's my hope, because that's what Bewitching did. And it's from the same series, so I'm 95% sure that's going to be the case. So I've been saving this one for a rainy day, for a breaking case of emergency situation. And yes, I'm I've just been putting it to the side. Another one that's also a historical romance. That one is The Many Sins of Lord Cameron by Jennifer Ashley. This is the third book. This is the third book in the Ian McKellen series. I forget the name of the series right now. It's like the McKellens and somebody else. It's like a 2 different family saga kind of series. So this is only book 3. I have loved the first 2, and I've buddy read those with Lindsay from Lindsay Tutt, and we just haven't gotten around to this one again. And I think it's because we both have loved the other 2 so much that we're kind of like, let's save it for a rainy day. When we read a couple bad ones, we'll throw this one in as a buddy read. Because that's kind of what we do. We'll read like 3 or 4, and if we get a couple of stinkers in a row, we pull out like a Jill Shalvis or something like this that we are 95% sure we're going to love, and then we move forward. We've had some really good ones recently, so I'm not too worried. But yes, that is a breaking case of emergency book for our buddy reading. The next one will probably again surprise people, and that is The Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. So this is a book that I've started and I was loving so much, but I put it down and focused on other things. And because I was loving it so much, it has reached that breaking case of emergency status. And I really, really, honestly, am looking forward to when I get back to it. I'm tempted to pick up Becky Chambers' other series because I've not read anything by her. But I was so in love with her writing in those first few pages of The Psalm of the Wild Built that I've been debating picking that one up first. So if you have an opinion on that, tell me down below. The next book on this list is Archangel's Kiss by Nalini Singh. So I've read all of the Sight Changeling and Sight Changeling Trinity books from Nalini Singh. I think I've not continued to progress in this one because I'm saving it for a rainy day because I only get a Sight Changeling once a year now. So I could just go and do a deep dive on this if I'm having a really bad stint. Mental health wise, that gives me a lot of books to get to because this Archangel's Kiss is only book 2. So I could easily reread book 1, jump into book 2, and go for a while because I think there's quite a few books in this series too. I can't remember how many. There's a lot. Next up is Jill Shalvis. Jill Shalvis is a breaking case of emergency author for me. I always have a few of those set up for Lindsay and our buddy reads. I think I have a few that she's already read, so I need to talk to her again and figure out which ones she's read that I haven't, so I can just have those as breaking case of emergency just for me. And she's an author that I really like. These aren't going to be the most diverse books. They're not going to be super political either. They're just fun, beachy kind of reads. And we all have our authors that give us that every so often. And then last but not least, I know some of y'all are probably mad that this is on this list. And that is Twisted Games by Ana Huang. I really enjoyed Twisted Lies. Twisted Lies is the first one, I think. Twisted Love. No, Twisted Love. I get them all mixed up because I see them all at the bookstore and it short circuits my brain. So yes, Twisted Love. I loved Twisted Love. I thought it was a really great book, solid 4 stars, really enjoyed it. The tropes in Twisted Games are much more up my alley. This is a bodyguard romance. I love bodyguard romances. They're some of my favorites. And so I have this as breaking case of emergency right now. And I know that the series is done. I should just finish it. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to like her next series. Heck, I don't even know if I'm going to like the books past this one. So I've just been waiting and holding on to it because I think it's one I'm really going to enjoy. So with that said, those are 10 books, authors, series that are a breaking case of emergency for me. So if my mental health is not doing well, you'll probably see one of these. Or if I've read a couple bad books recently, you'll probably see one of these coming up. If any of these need to be moved out of breaking case of emergency because they're just too good and I should already be reading them, let me know in the comments down below. If you're here just because you love me, leave me a turkey emoji, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Was it all just a dream, just all in my head?